Hello everybody, Tom over here. Google already told everybody that by end of July, it is taking away something called modified broad match with Google Ads. So with Google Ads, whenever you type in a keyword, you want to tell Google, hey, if somebody type in funeral home near me, that this will trigger your ad so that way people click on it, they go on your website. So you can tell Google, I only want those who exactly type in funeral home near me to trigger your ad. And that's called exact match. So there's actually 4 types of match types. There's exact match, phrase match, modified broad match, and broad match. Broad match is like anything closely related to funeral home near me, Google will trigger you. That's why whenever you run Google Ads, many of you, we don't advocate doing broad match. Anytime you might start getting calls, those who are looking for pet cremations, looking for urns, just anything closely related to funeral home, your ads will be triggered. So typically, what we advocate is exact match, phrase match, and modified broad match. We never use the fourth one; it's too broad, called broad match. But end of July, this is already started back in February. Google already gave heads up. It's going to remove the third option, which is the modified broad match. So it's totally sunsetting it by end of July. So that means that if you still have modified broad match in your account, you might want to make sure that you load up a lot of negative keywords. So this is essentially what will happen. Let me show you a little bit more what this means. Okay, so this is a diagram I pulled from WordStream, just to give you an example. So right now, if you are bidding on the keyword moving services New York City to Boston. So right now, this is what you do. You put a phrase match and you do a modified broad match, right? But essentially, once Google removed the modified broad match, it's going to be encompassing most of it though. So what this means is you have to add in a lot of negative keywords. So that way you don't, if you only focus on phrase match before, your ad now are forced to be showing up for a lot more search terms variation. So you have to add in a lot more negative keywords to make sure that your ad is not triggering very, very broad. Okay, so overall, if you are currently running Google Ads, what you want to focus on is mainly exact match and phrase match. And phrase match, starting end of July, is also going to encompass a modifier broad match that Google is removing. So now primarily you'll have 2 match types, and you got to add in a lot of negative keywords. And how do you know what negative keywords to put in there? Is whenever you're running Google Ads, go to search term. The search term will tell you what ads got clicked on, what keywords got clicked on. So those are, if you see there's some search terms that you don't want to be showing up, you put it under negative keywords. Okay, so I'm going to give you a heads up. Hey, if you're really running Google Ads right now, you're getting good performance. End of July, things start to open very, very broad. So you might start to be seeing that, hey, most likely you'll start to get calls that you're not intended for. Your ad budget might get used up faster. So just give it heads up. You got 3 weeks to start cleaning up your Google ad campaign, because once that triggers end of July, your performance might not be what you're looking for. If so, 3 weeks to clean this up.